Hello. Good morning. I should have dealt with this a second ago. I just kind of wanted as much balance. I have two cameras going, so I wanted as much balance as I could possibly get as far as the visuals here. But there we go. Hey, good morning, everyone. Yo, today has been wild so far. I'm sorry. I totally messed up this little angle thing I had going on. But let me just tell y'all, okay? So this bad day I'm having right now started 2 days ago. Well, last week when I had several nights in a row that I only got like 4 hours of sleep. So because I was getting such little sleep, I decided that I would try to go to bed earlier because I wake up at like 6 in the morning to get my kids off to school and all of that. So going to bed at 2 in the morning, day after day, I mean, to say is exhausting is an understatement. By day three, my body hurts how tired I am. And so I decided to go to bed at 10:40. I woke up at 2:40 and I could not go back to sleep. So as you can imagine, yesterday I was exhausted and I just crashed by about 1 in the afternoon. I started canceling lessons because I was falling asleep teaching. Couldn't do it. And so yesterday's schedule was a bit of a wreck. And then this morning, I slept maybe 6 hours last night and I woke up with just the energy needed to take my children to school, up at 6, all the alarms going off, whoo, lights on, and showtime. And all right, guys, everybody's dressed. It's 6:40. Let's go. Where are my keys? No, for real, where's my keys? Kayla, you had my keys? Where did you put my keys? I put them right there. Where are my keys? Keys are nowhere to be found. My kids' school, they have a bus that picks them up at 7:10 in the morning. So I have to drop them there. It's like 15 minutes away. Then I take my daughter to elementary school. So y'all, I have done so much by the time 7:30 a.m. hits. It's unreal. And I could not find my keys. We were all looking for my keys, and thank God a neighbor took Kayla, the youngest one, to school, and my older two were just here. And I was about to give up and say, y'all don't go to school. But my daughter had an end of semester test. So I had to get her to school. So after about 2 hours, and then when I tell you, I literally only had the energy to take them to their bus stop 15 minutes away and come home. And I even told myself, when I take these kids to school today, I'm actually just going to take a nap until my first lesson at 10 a.m. Like, I'm not going to work through the morning like I always do. Well, the keys never turned up. And then Kayla started coming up with all these conspiracy theories. Well, what would happen if you put keys down the toilet? Why? Did you put the keys down the toilet? No, I'm just saying, like, what would happen? Do you think they would actually flush? Kayla, did you put my keys down the toilet? No, I didn't. Okay. And then after she left, I got word that she told her bigger sister, well, I put them in a place that you and Keenan couldn't find them. I'm like, she is lucky she didn't say that in front of me. But I'm saying all this to say, we don't know where the keys are, but I had to get my children to their school, which is a magnet school. It's half an hour away. And guess what? You can't put minors in a lift. So I had to go in the lift with them to the school, then drive the half hour back in the lift while I am coordinating a tow truck to come pick up my car and take it to the dealership so I can get a new key. I called them and asked them how much it would cost to get a key. The guy said it'll be $75 and it'll take 10 minutes. When I got there, the guy said it'll be $300 and it will take 2 hours. So I was like, well, I have lessons to do. I've already canceled lessons. I got to go home. So at that point, I wanted to cry because once I realized I was wasting my money and my time this morning. And I was just so tired. Like I didn't even have the energy. And then, I finally made it home, start doing voice lessons. Oh yeah, and I need a house key too. First of all, don't be long story short in me, okay? I don't have my keys. Did you hear anything I said? I just had to buy new keys. Don't be long story short in me on my life. This ain't no real. Okay. So the long story, so the point I am getting to though is I could easily settle into the idea that this was a bad day. This was a very expensive morning. It got really expensive before 10 o'clock. About $500 was spent. I didn't expect that when I went to bed last night, that this would be the morning I would have. But it's the morning I'm having. And I have a decision. I have a decision to set the tone for the rest of the day. Am I going to allow what's happening this morning to discourage me, to take me off my path, to kind of change my mindset about the things that do need to be accomplished today? Um, or am I going to allow it to just kind of, like I said, set the tone for, you know, everything else that needs to happen today? How productive am I going to be? Am I going to stay laser sharp focused? Am I going to be in touch with my assistants to get things done? Or am I just going to bury myself and fall asleep? So where's Kayla now? Everyone is at school. And I think I just kind of hunkered down and said, okay, what has to happen and how can we coordinate it? So everybody is at school. They did help. Like I said, we were looking for them for 2 hours and I just had to get my kids to school. It wasn't fair for them to miss school over my keys. So I just made sure that they got to school. But they were looking from about 6:40 and I think I gave up around 8. So an hour and a half. Hey. Hey. Hi, Caleb. Yeah. So they were like, yeah, that was a big jump from, I was like, I wish I would have gotten the name that told me this would be $75 because I didn't even feel right when he said it, but I was hopeful. You had an audition yesterday and did not make it. And these things happen and they can be discouraging, is what I'm saying. Sometimes there's just nothing you can do. Certain things just come up during the day that there is literally nothing you can do, and you have to just embrace the moment that you're in. And I'm gonna turn a corner now and make this spiritual. I think what grounded me, it made me not lose it on anybody or anything, and probably the reason why I haven't even really cried is because I know that whatever's happening today didn't surprise God, and I believe that God has given me provision for today. Does that make sense? That even though today isn't going the way I thought it would go, God is still in today and he still provided everything I need for today. So what did I need to do today? Today I needed to get the kids to school. I needed to get a new key. I needed to get a tow truck. And God gave me provision to make sure those things could happen. And so because I was grounded in that, I just started making those plans. And I learned that. Let me go back to how I even learned that. Uh, Before I had a random $500 to blow on car issues, when about 2015, I was not even divorced yet. I had just separated from my husband. And I think I had maybe $200 in my account, and 110 of that had to go to Kayla's daycare. And so, look, I didn't have nothing, okay? And well, I can't say it was nothing. I dropped Kayla off and I was just saying, oh my God, I mean, I have to get her to daycare because if not, I will lose my mind. And I have to at least tell myself I'm going to be productive today. And the only way I'm going to be productive is if she goes to daycare. So as I'm on the way home, suddenly the battery light comes on and the car stalls in the middle of the street. And I immediately collapsed and started crying because it was 55 degrees outside. I was in a summer dress and I didn't even have a bra on. And I was just automatically humiliated. I just knew I was about to get cold. I just, it was horrible. And I knew I didn't have any money to rectify this. And I panicked. I absolutely panicked. And, I was like, whatever's going on wrong with this car, I can't fix it. I have no money. I just paid for daycare. That's it. I'm done. And so I went to I called my ex-husband. He didn't answer. It was early in the morning. He missed the call. I didn't leave him a message. And then I called my friend and she said, Delisa, I'll take care of it. And I was like, what do you mean? She's like, I don't know. Either I'll pay for it or I'll get, whatever ministry to pay for it. And I was like, I need to know how much this costs. I don't have any money. And she I called my pastor and I just cried and cried and cried and cried and cried. And I was just like, I'm not, I was just panicked. I said, I can't afford this. My car just broke down. My ex is not answering his phone. I'm going to be cold in a hot second. And he just was like, Delisa, do you have running water today? Yes. Did your friend not orchestrate your car to get towed to? Well, think I called my insurance company or something, and I was able to get it towed to a mechanic. And he said, so your car's at the mechanic? Yes. Do you have food at the house? Yes. You have lights, water? Yes. Kayla's at daycare? Yes. The kids are at school? Yes. So God has given you everything you need right now in today, right? Yes. He said, well, that's all God wants you to be grateful for. Just stop and thank God that he's given you everything you need for today. Let tomorrow worry about itself. Because to be honest, even though your car broke down, you got everything that you need to get through today. And let tomorrow take care of itself. And by 5 o'clock, so my kids came home on the bus. They came home, got their snacks, ate homework. They had no idea I didn't have a car. I had to pick Kayla up by 6. At 5 o'clock, I got a phone call. Your car's fixed. She picked me up, took me to my car, and they were like, here you go. And I put the keys in the car and I went and picked up Kayla from daycare and we came home. And my mind was blown. My mind was blown because in that moment, I learned that God's ability to take care of me was not at all contingent upon what was in my bank account. When God's provision is beyond our ability to take care of myself. He's not looking at, well, I'll take care of you if you have this much in your bank account. Like, he's not limited to our resources when he's figuring out how he's going to, well, not even figuring out, when he decides how to take care of us. Yes, it's ideal. Everybody wants to feel that security of having their own stuff and being able to take care of themselves. But when we don't have that provision, that doesn't mean God is unable to take care of us. He still can. And he'll use whatever. He'll use whatever. That's up to him to do. So no, he didn't use my money to take care of my car. I don't know to this day, I don't know who paid for it. I don't know if my ex-husband called in and paid for it. I don't know if my friend paid for it. I don't know if the church paid for it. To this day, I don't know how my car got fixed that day. I just know my day didn't skip a beat. It just went as planned. And I really think that the lesson I learned that day is what carried me through this morning without me just having a breakdown. Oh man, thank you. I didn't even, I wasn't even planning on sharing that, but I thank God that blessed somebody. Come, everyone that thirsteth, come ye to the waters, and he that hath no money, come ye and buy and eat. Come, buy wine and milk without money and without price. That's Isaiah 51. Man, I'm telling you, God doesn't need your money. He's not counting your money. When he decides to take care of you, he's not counting your money. And I know on one hand that can feel very insecure, but just know that if you're stepping out on God and you're leaning on God, you're really leaning on everything. I've said it before, and I'm not saying it because I've read it. I've said it because I've lived through it. And it's truly the pillar that I stand on, is what giving God room to provide. So today is not a bad day. It was unexpected, but I feel like today served as a reminder of the God that I serve. Because truly, 5 years ago, I wouldn't have been able to um, blow $500 in a day on my car, and I was frantic over $100 fix. But God is so faithful, and he was in that situation 5 years ago, and he's in the situation now. And I feel like he was just reminding me who he is, and that he's not caught by surprise, and he's going to take care of today just like he took care of yesterday. So be encouraged. I did not mean to do that, y'all. I'm a G. I don't cry. So anyway, now my eyes are all red. Whew. Okay, guys. You have a good day. I gotta jump on and do some more lessons. Bye.